2010's film, Super, didn't go down as a roaring success. And I think this was because it was a mix of genres. You were expecting a superhero movie with some dark comedy in it, and certainly there is. Just as you're getting used to the comedic approach, the grittiness of real life bleeds through. And I mean bleed through because there's a lot of gruesome action within this film. The film stars Rainn, who plays Frank Darbo. During the day he's a chef, and he's married to a beautiful wife called Sarah, who's a recovering drugs addict. Frank only has 2 great days in his life. The day he married Sarah, and the day he pointed out to a cop which way a purse snatcher had run. His wife Sarah leaves him for a local drug dealer called Jacques. Though Frank falls into depression, he decides to rescue Sarah back. Frank is a fantasist, and he has these surreal visions, which again leads you down a different line with this film. The fantasies are in Frank's head, and they only dissipate when he meets the real world. So after a set of events, he decides to become a real-life superhero. To research this, he goes to his local comic store, where he meets Libby, who works there. Libby is played by Ellen Page, and this role really suits her. She is careless, over-enthusiastic, and a little bit unhinged. Frank becomes a Crimson Bolt, and he sets about becoming a vigilante on the streets. And this is where the film is really clever, because it explores what would happen if you became a real-life superhero with no powers. He sits out on the street night after night, but there's no crime happening. So he finds out where the bad areas in town are. On his first piece of action, he's easily overpowered. Therefore, the next night, he goes armed with a pipe wrench. And once again, the grisly realism pokes through. This continues to happen just as you start to feel warm and comfortable within this dark comedy world. Once again, something gritty happens. It shakes you out of it. I like that, but I can see why it'd be disarming for others. What these changes in genre allow are some really great twists that shock you. And maybe that's the problem, that people like the expectation of the shock.